Going on, everybody? The Eagles got blown out by Dallas. I really didn't say nothing about it because I didn't watch the game. I was working. So to come on here and say what I saw when I didn't see it would be nutty. But there's a sports analyst, and that's Seth Joyner, who I respect. I respect what the reason why I respect what Seth Joyner say because his mindset and his view of the situation, especially when it comes to Eagles, compares with mine. Like he was saying on his show, you get lulled to sleep, and he admits he got lulled to sleep too. And I admit I'm not going to say that I got lulled to sleep because people who have watched the game with me have heard me say just about every Eagles game that I watched this season, they heard the word, oh, or heard the phrase come out of my mouth. That's a problem. Something is being done on the field, a play call, a play by an individual player, and I'm saying something's wrong right there. That's a problem. But like Seth said, and then it's hard to argue with people. See, listen, I am a fan, right? Diehard. But I'm not a sucker, right? And the Eagles organization is an organization. And even if you respect something or even love something, you still deal with that with an open mind, with an objective mind. And so Jalen Hurts' play from the beginning bothered me. Now, I don't know if he's injured from the very beginning of the season, right? The offense never looked crisp. The offense never looked sharp. They never really handed anybody a real convincing defeat. And then when they lost to the Jets, you can go back and watch my videos. I was so upset at that loss because I knew what I was watching. I was watching a team that was on shaky ground. And so in my mind, I said to myself, if they could win home field advantage throughout the playoffs, then nobody's coming in Lincoln Financial Field and beating the Eagles, and then they could go to the Super Bowl. But the 49ers let me know that was a flawed way of thinking or seeing it. They really did. I wasn't being real about it doesn't matter if they have home field advantage. It doesn't matter if they get into the playoffs. The Eagles are not playing like a team that could win a goddamn thing or could beat any goddamn body. Listen, from top to bottom, they got problems, and these are the problems that the Eagles have and have been exposed. You can't fix this late in the game. This late in the season, you can't fix it. Now it's causing internal strife within the locker room, right? Which is bad. And the thing I was saying about Jalen Hurts is, listen, I don't know if anybody's seen the movie Braveheart. I don't know if anybody's seen, movies where there's a rallying cry. People respond to that, right? For whatever reason, people respond to pep talks, rallying, but Jalen Hurts doesn't have that demeanor. He's like, yo, man, what you think about Mandy? It'll be okay. Just got to play. Just got to keep to the standard. As long as we play to the standard, everything will be okay. That's not going to work. especially if you're the leader. And then damn what you say out your mouth, it got to be reflected and shown on the field. Like I was saying, like, I don't know, maybe there's a new kind of Eagles fan or a Philadelphia fan, Sixers fan, Flyers fan, Phillies fan. But I'm an old school fan, right? And I grew up watching other old school fans. And one thing I know in my heart of hearts, you don't have to, listen, you could lose a playoff game. But if you left it all out there on a, if I could walk away from that television set, or if I'm at a game and I say to myself, man, damn, that was a tough loss, but Jalen Hurts put it all out. He put it all on the line. Allen Iverson put it all on the line, and Joel Embiid put it all on the line. You know, if anybody, it doesn't matter if you're a Philadelphia fan. Listen, when somebody puts it all out, you can't, you might not like it, you might not feel good about the loss, but you got to respect that they did everything they could. And I just don't see that in the Eagles defense. I don't see it in the offense. I think Howie Roseman is greatly to blame for a lot of it too, because you had an historical defensive season last year, but you got to remember you had Hargrove. And Hargrove was the key. Hargrove was a monster. And it allowed Reddick and everybody else, Sweat and everybody else, to come from the left and the right, because they had to deal with these dogs in the middle. Well, you took that away. You felt like you didn't want to pay Hargrove, right? And then C.J. Garner was, listen, he was a monster. He was a monster. But you kept Slay. Slay was up for some kind of contract thing, and he talked the Eagles organization right now. I want to be here. You do? Okay. And they signed him. Bradbury is a little more of an enigma, because I could never have foreseen the drop off with him after his season last season. So his was kind of like, his snuck up on you. But and then they let Epps go. Epps was balling. And so Howie Roseman is to blame for that. And then they let Miles Sanders walk, because you didn't value Miles Sanders. But the offense looks nothing like it did, even with Swift. Then you bring in this coordinator who, now we're going to talk about the coaching. Nick Sirianni, right, for all the accolades and praises and everything that he has received, especially taking the Eagles to the Super Bowl, his coaching now is being exposed. This is the bottom line, right? It's being revealed and it's being exposed. And now he's backing this offensive coordinator, right? Only thing I can say is, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? Like, you're backing this offensive coordinator. How do you have the weapon? How do you have Devontae Smith and I'm talking to Jalen Hurts. How do you have Devontae Smith as your receiver and you ain't hitting him? How do you keep hitting A.J. Brown? How are you not hitting Dallas Goedert? How is the offensive coordinator not lining Julio Jones up on one side and A.J. Brown and them? How do you have all these weapons and your offense is not scoring? Like, it's laughable. I don't understand it. So I'm at the point where as though now you listen, people listen. Some people listen. I did volunteer work down at Lincoln Financial Field, so I listen. Some people just let it go to the football game and get drunk and watch a game. Not saying that they ain't not invested in the team winning or moving forward or winning it all. Some people just content with, yeah, went to, we made the playoffs. We had a good record. Me, I want a Super Bowl. That's what I want. I want this team to be one of the dominant teams with a cumulative Super Bowl trophies, like Dallas. Like the Patriots. Well, and why not? Why shouldn't I want that? The Eagles is one of the oldest football teams in the National Football League. Why with one Super Bowl? And as a fan, and at my age, I'm going to just keep on blowing smoke up my own ass? Nah.